This is Machuka Nyarieko TV Talk Show, where we analyze politics and governance issues. We focus on national, local, and international news. We examine the political way of our people, social and economic. Nyarieko TV Talk Show, the house of ideas.
Welcome to our today's show, and today we shall focus on President William Ruto's last minute to save his cabinet. And before we move further, kindly if you are watching this channel for the first time, subscribe so that whenever we produce another video, YouTube will automatically notify you. Back to our topic. Today, I want us to focus on William Ruto's last minute's rush to save his government. What do I mean by saying that his last minute's rush? Of course, in a few days or weeks ago, we have been having lots of issues concerning the youth unrest. Youths have been demonstrating all over the republic, forcing or demanding for some of their interests, such as questioning an issue or a rampant unemployment, runaway corruption, and many others. This led to a rejection of the finance bill 2024-2025, and therefore, after the rejection of this finance bill, the President of Kenya agreed to sit down and have one-on-one dialogue with the young people. And of course, he did have one through the X space. So, still the demands for the young people stands. The president has taken a number of measures to ensure that he meets the demands of the people so that security, peace can prevail in our country. Do you think that those who are closer to the president are comfortable with the measures that the president is taking? Do you think that the president has been given excessive powers by the members of the public to deal with the issue of corruption, governance, and many other things that are surrounding our state? I will begin with the second question. The Kenyan president today, he has been given a lot of power than any other president since independence, because it is now a public demand. Actually, every person, every individual, the youth, the old, women, and even young people as early as 16 years of age, are requesting the president to take action on the corrupt people. Actually, they argue that the troubles of Kenya, the issue of taxations, high taxation cannot be there if corruption is dealt with accordingly. For example, if you look at a good number of young people who are demonstrating or who have been demonstrating, most of them are crying of unemployment, and they wonder why there can be increase of taxes, why there is no any form of employment. Of course, each person with the KRAs got to make returns. I'm very sure most of them, they don't get it, or they are never happy to keep on filing nil returns. You know, it's a wastage of time going to your phones, going to cybers that you want to make a nil return. Everybody will be happy when maybe you'll be using a P9 or something else to file returns, not to file nil. So that issue of unemployment has dominated this debate, even if it appears hidden, but it is the core of this problem that is affecting the Kenyan government today. This has actually led to panic among the inner circle of William Ruto's regime, because when he talks of reconstituting the government, those who are very close are all worried because they will be affected. They have been talking of lifestyle audit. Some of these people are still not comfortable. They want everyone to be involved to lifestyle audit, which begs the question, how can you do a lifestyle audit as a form of determining whether one is corrupt, and yet we have professionals in offices who audit books? Does it mean these professionals, these accounting officers, cannot be able to audit books until we go back to see how someone has been changing his lifestyle? Because today you can be very poor, but tomorrow you have money, not necessarily from the government source. What are the records doing? For example, let me take a very small example of a farmer who is doing farming of tomatoes. Today, he may be missing fertilizer, yet fertilizer on credit, plants or grows fertilizer tomatoes, maybe 3 acres, and at the end of the season, at the time of harvesting season, the farmer will be able to have maybe 500% or 1000% of what he planted, because he maybe planted the maize, the tomatoes during the pest season, whereby he was able to get the best of the market. So do we say, for example, if this person was a teacher, was a member of parliament, that he has gotten his money through corrupt manner? Because there are some things you can do and they will bring money. There are some even farming, just as I say, you can, maybe you have been missing capital, and then all of a sudden you get money to begin some farming activities. There's that good weather condition, and then you get to perform well. So do we say you have stolen? I'm asking this because we have officers, auditing officers, finance officers, we have records in every institution that provides income and expenditure to a given institution. You see, when you talk of lifestyle audit, it's like diverting everything. This one should come after people have gone through those records and probably say that because this money or there was fraud during your administration or your governance, then probably this is what you have put. And not all people can steal money and invest or do an investment. And some of these people, they can invest with their relatives or change names and everything else. So lifestyle audit is not one good measure that can be taken to ensure that these public officers can have not, or to audit them that they have not taken the government resources or not. It should begin from the officers. How much money was allocated to their ministry? How have they spent it? Has it gone to the required areas? Was it a budgeted, a corruption budgeted project? So there is no other way like personal audit. Someone can cheat that he has this and that because he has got some intentions later. Someone can say these are our family, this is our family properties, and they are family properties. What do you say? You go and start dividing the people so that you get. So there is that fear. Today there is fear among the members of the cabinet. No one knows whether he's going or she's going to retain that position. Not only the cabinet, in every government departments there is a total fear. But another question that comes in, or the big question is, with the changes, will Kenyans get what they want? Will Kenyans get the services that they want with all the changes? Yes, there can be changes. We can have a cabinet even of 14 people, but are those changes that are expected, that people are yearning for, are they going to be realized? We can abolish all of those positions that are available. Is there a political will to deal with those issues, challenges? Okay, after sacking all the ministers, for example, how is it that it is going to increase employment opportunities to people? And there are measures to do that, or still we will have the same people who have let us down for years and years? Because in Kenya we have everything that should make us, or should bring us to a takeoff, but the policy makers or implementers have been disastrous. We just remain there where we are, or we move backwards instead of moving forward. That's why we are having a young population which is highly unemployment, because we are moving backwards. We are spending more, but there is no tangible way of bringing income apart from debts that are being accrued day after day. Of all the cabinet ministers or secretaries, who is sure that is going to come back? The next regime, I mean in the reconstituted government? Is it going to be just a reshuffle? And by the way, one big issue that is bringing trouble and a prolonged instability is failure to act quick. Now you see, like the CS for public service, that is uh, that's the BS for public, how do we call him? As I remember the name, was in trouble in church the other day because uh, because of the suspicion that they are not performing well. Therefore, for Kenya to get that peace, that stability, the reconstruction of government should be immediately. It shouldn't take that much time. Institutions of governance should be encouraged. They should be encouraged to do what is necessary. Like now the anti-corruption, the courts. The courts should be allowed to employ more judges instead of some kind of threatening Kenyans that now because there is a budget cut, we are not going to employ more. How will you fight corruption? How will you fight injustices in the society if you keep on suspending employment of judges time and again? Because these through judges that even this money that we are looking for will be available. By just suspending employment of judges, it's just some kind of an act of corruption, because you are a promoter of corruption. You want to promote, you want to ensure that there is no efficient work done to the people of Kenya. Therefore, what is needed is that balance. Ruto should make sure, President Ruto should make sure that within the shortest time he has reconstituted his government, so that even once those people whom people are now resonating so well with, once they are once they are out of government, they will not be harassed like now they are being harassed in at public functions. Kindly, if you are watching this channel for the first time, please subscribe so that you will continue receiving our updates and ideas. This is Machuka Nyarieko. Thank you.